Watching cartoons, how I get my kicks. God damn, you know I'm 26. Saturday mornings in front of the TV. A lovely girlfriend is pissed at me. I'm caught in a cartoon craze. This is how I spend the rest of my days. Can't stop watching cartoons. I want more and more and more and more. Justice League, Thundercats, and Spider-Man. I try watching cartoons whenever I can. X-Men, Family Guy, and Brave and the Bold. She says no more, but the truth be told, I'm caught in a cartoon craze. This is how I spend the rest of my days. I can't stop watching cartoons. I want more and more and more and more. More and more. More and more. I'm caught in a cartoon craze. This is how I spend the rest of my days. I can't stop watching cartoons. I want more and more and more and more. More and more. More and more. Okay, we're back and we got There Are Monsters here. We just heard you guys' song. Really good stuff. How did this band form? Because I know all of you from different periods of my life, and then I just found out you were all in a band together a couple months ago.
It all started out like James and I used to live in media, and we used to hang out at his apartment and mess around on his computer and just write songs when we would be drinking at night. And somehow, like, the songs turned out really, really good, and we were just rolling with it.
Yeah, I'd say that's about what happened. And we actually started, it was like October of 2008, I think. And we just, we got tired of listening to like all these bands trying to be like, out to save the world or whatever. Like, let's just get drunk and sing about what we like. Horror movies, comic books, stupid crap. And it actually started sounding pretty good, so we started rolling with it right there.
Yeah, we would write songs about like stupid stuff that would happen in our lives, like buying a six-pack and walking to Wawa and going to Pinocchio's and stuff like that, and just stuff that would happen to us in media. And we'd write down lyrics and form a guitar, guitars and bass and drums, and put the lyrics to it. And even though it sounded, pretty stupid at the time, we'd listen to it 10, 20 times later, and it actually sounded good. And other people, it sounded good to them too. So we just kept on rolling with it.
How did Matt get involved?
Well, I think the way it worked was Ryan and I used to get drunk before this. And,
yeah, before there are monsters. It was the Delco Project.
The Delco Project, yes, where we wrote a couple songs about how Ryan had died and we ate him at a Chinese buffet
and a camel toe at the Springfield Mall.
Yeah, and just a whole bunch of shit like that. And I think they were trying to expand on their sound, and I wanted to just play music, so Ryan told James about me having a bass, and I got to play bass for a while.
Yeah, that was the prerequisite. You got to have a bass, dude.
Well,
I do. You're in.
There's no lie. I'm the least musically talented out of all of us. So I was like, oh well, James knows what he's doing. Matt kind of knows what he's doing. I have no fucking clue. So yeah, Matt should be in the band just to give us credibility.
Now, if you listen to the band, a large portion of the songs, I would say probably about 95% are about horror movies. So I'm just curious, each one of you guys' favorite horror movie?
Evil Dead.
James?
I'm going to have to go with a movie I just saw recently, The Descent. That was a really good movie.
And Matt just started watching horror movies this year, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a Disney fiend. I don't know, I just enjoy the overall aspect of horror movies and the fact that you get to see a lot more boobs in them.
Yeah, we definitely stole from the Misfits. Like, oh, I just watched a horror movie. Let's write a 2.5-minute song about it. Like, and call it the name of the movie. It's just, it might sound difficult, but it's actually really pretty easy to come up with 2.5 minutes of a song about a horror movie, even if you're just repeating the title of the horror movie for 90 seconds.
Well, and clearly you guys don't take anything too seriously. I mean, when you had found out that last episode I had George Hardy on, and you were like, oh, we're kind of like the Troll 2 of music anyway.
Yeah, we're the music, but Troll 2 is the movies. I mean, we're not taking anything seriously. We know we sound corny, but it just works for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't sound like crap. It sounds good, and
It sounds better than poop in your mouth.
We're doing what we like. We keep it simple and we keep it at that. We do what we like.
I mean, if Danzig can write a song called "Return of the Fly," then we can definitely do "I Spit on Your Grave" or "Humanoids from the Deep" or "Shockwaves" or
What's a film that you haven't tackled yet, but you want to musically?
Jeez, I don't know. There's got to be like.
He's constantly sending me text messages throughout the day. We got to write a song called this.
Like, I want to do a song about like Desperado or like I don't know. We already did Humanoids from the Deep, like Piranha. There's definitely got to be a song about Piranha. We have an Evil Dead song that needs to be flushed out, and I don't know, like maybe a song about like Dead Alive or Bad Taste or
Some of those old Peter Jackson films.
Definitely that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely considered what? No pudding.
Yeah.
Couple times.
The bastards have landed.
The bastards have landed.
I mean, the bastards have landed has been a song idea for a long time. And Feast. I mean, how come we haven't made a song about Feast?
We
yet?
should just cover the song at the end of the third one.
Yeah.
By the
And sing
Mary.
it, yeah, and sing it in Spanish.
Disco. What a piece of shit Feast 3 was, and then that ending just made up for everything.
Well, how about the second one where the midgets run around with a giant? The midgets run around with a giant
Something
wang
went
the whole movie. It's just like
something went so wrong with Feast 1 was so great, and
It
you just
was.
kept watching the sequels like it's got to get better.
It's like
right?
Henry Rollins has to- Henry Rollins has to
Feast
come
came
back.
out, and it's like, all right, this is a completely different movie, but this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And like you said, the midget running around with a boner, like hitting the freaking ground when he's running. You're like, all right.
Wait, isn't that the one where the baby's flying
Check
in the
out
air
the
for
lesbian-
5
check
minutes
out
and
the
him doesn't
lesbian
catch
biker
it,
gang.
just splats on the ground? Remember we were dying for like half an hour?
Yeah.
The dude
And then
not
Feast
catching
3
the
came out, like
baby?
you said, it was a giant piece of crap. And you're like, what the hell? And they kind of redeemed themselves by having like the whole. I'm not going to ruin it. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to
But
ruin
I'm
the
the
spoiler
douchebag
for
that
anyone
bought
to see
all
it.
three like every day they came out. Like, I gotta go to the mall and buy the new Feast movie.
No, I did too, and I would watch it with my friend every time, and each time he'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And now
to
it's
me?
like you can
this
buy
is
all three
bullshit."
for $9.99 at Walmart. I'm like, what an idiot I am.
I don't know. We were watching it, and
I spent $60 on that.
that
All
fucking
three.
transformer squash him, and I seriously did a what?
You rewound it. You had to rewind it. You stop and you rewind. You're like, "What?" Like you're trying to think if there was any hint that
Right.
might happen. In
I'm
the
pretty
film.
sure I said it's a trap.
The last I checked, your CDs are coming out. You're doing 3 or 4 EPs just at like random times. I know you did Evolution Now and Season of the Witch. Is there any tentative release date for the rest of it, or is it just kinda...
not really. Evolution Now was our actual full-length CD, all of 28 minutes, and we've been just
Short and sweet.
recording and releasing 4 songs at a time. We really have no plans as of now to record any more EPs. Right now, we're trying to concentrate on going out and playing a couple live gigs.
And we have like the, maybe a lost track CD.
Yeah.
We like to call the Lost Boys coming out.
Right. We
There's
have
lots of songs that never
about-
made it on the actual
about
EPs.
45 songs. Were recorded.
And there's
no
about
shit.
60 songs
I
that we
remember-
wrote.
No shit.
I remember
45
that first,
songs
The
were
Light of
recorded
Day.
for Evolution Now.
The first thing I was ever sent was you sent me the 10-second song about Ace from
it was Paul Stanley. It was Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley.
Yeah, we have a lot of songs that we wrote, we recorded,
That's actually
And that
did
we-
wind up on
and that we
Temple
forget
2.
about. And then we listen to the songs, we're like, oh yeah, oh man, I forgot. There's like maybe 30, 40 songs that we wrote, recorded, and completely forgot about.
Yeah,
like
the-
Humanoids
one
from
of
the Deep,
them-
which is like our surf rock song. Like completely, it's like 15 minutes. It's like a 15-minute jam song. It's just like surf
One
rock.
of them is called Acknowledging Akbar, and it's pretty much a 2-second song, and it's like, it's a trap! And that's it.
We have like Dr. Scully Fingers and
Moment of Silence.
Yeah,
that
Moment
was
of
a good one,
Silence and-
which is 30 seconds of that, you know?
Ladder match.
Black Fang Ladder Match.
Yeah.
I mean the so-called Necronomicon X, the Evil
Right.
Dead song.
I really liked the Piss Shiver song. That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
Piss Shiver.
You know, when you go in the bathroom when you're taking a leak, and all of a sudden you get that weird, like, "Ugh, what the fuck is that?" And that's pretty much the song. Piss Shiver, what the fuck is that?
With a pretty killer metal riff.
It would take.
It's pretty funny because it's like all.
It is heavy.
It starts off like this big intro, 30-second intro. You think it's gonna rock, and it's just like piss shiver. What the fuck is that? And
Our genesis of songs would be like, oh, I have an idea for a song. Here's 2 verses and 2 choruses, and then like the next day James would have a guitar beat and drums and bass, and the next day it would be recorded, and there must be like 30 songs that are just spur of the moment.
right. And then like 6 months later for me to get around to mixing it.
Yeah, it just they don't sound like, I don't know, they don't sound bad. I guess we're just following. I'm gonna say it again. We totally rip off the Misfits, and there's no.
Well, yeah,
denying
they were one of our big influences, but let's address the
Well, who are some of your biggest influences?
the elephant in the room right here. Our biggest influence would have to be Shonen Knife. You can't be an Asian female musician without being, and obviously we're all 3 Asian female musicians.
I have to squint real hard to look at those lyrics. I don't know.
I am not sure what that means.
I mean,
I'm also influenced a lot by the Chimos, previously known as Balls Deep.
no,
King
we're influenced
Dork.
by the Misfits, Johnny Cash, the Ramones, Motorhead. I mean, just like that simple, punk rock. You do it because you like it. You do it because it feels natural. It's not, we're not trying to make songs that we're going to hear on the radio or #1 hits. It's just like there's songs that we can think of, there's songs that we can play, there's songs that we can write, there's songs that we record, and it just somehow works. I mean, it's definitely got that punk rock vibe, and we're a little bit horror punk, and we try to be as metal as we can, and we try to be as acoustic, and I mean there's some country. When we do acoustic songs, the country vibe comes through, I think, really, really well. And I mean that there's the Johnny Cash for you, and the Ramones, and definitely the Misfits and Motorhead.
I think a lot.
I used
of
to sing like Lemmy from Motorhead when I was drunk. It was a lot easier to sing in that really gnarly voice, but now like 2 years later, I can't sing in that voice anymore. It just hurts too much.
So you better get used to it.
Well, thanks for coming by. Where can people check out your stuff if they wanted to listen to some more?
We have a page on the Facebook. We got a page on the MySpace.
We have MohawkRadio.com.
MohawkRadio.com. You just put in there Monsters, and you can actually download our music on there.
MySpace?
Yeah, there's a MySpace page. I don't think it's been updated in like 3 years.
Hey,
But
you gotta learn how to social network here, brother.
yeah.
Yeah,
Says the man with no social
man with
network
no
right
social-
The
now.
only one he talks to is my sister on Facebook.
Hey man, it's well worthwhile.
But that's funny because that's the only person I talk to on Facebook.
Son of a bitch.